Hey guys, it's me, Miss Blanca. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back for another week of our tutorials. Today we are making face masks. So first thing first, get an old pair of pants that have a good seam in it, maybe uniform pants. Cut it right out so that the length of it fits from the beginning of your nose to the tip of your chin. Now you're going to have to measure it by putting it against your face and then start cutting. When you cut it, you're going to want to make sure that the ending, each end, goes to the middle of your cheek. Because if it's any longer, it will just hang off your face. Next, get a large piece of foil paper and start folding, folding, folding. This is going to be for the little piece of metal that goes around the nose that you could adjust mask so it fits perfectly to your face. You're going to want it to be a little hard, so that's why you got a big piece of foil and fold, fold, fold. And you're going to double it over, put it against your nose, make sure it fits comfortably, and cut it. As you can see, I fitted it around my nose so I know that it fitted comfortably, and I cut off the ends to make it nice and smooth. You're going to want to bend this and just press it down. Press it down really well because you don't want it to unfold. And you're going to take the piece of foil and you're going to fold the top piece of cloth over it. Now where the tip of the nose goes in the foil, you're going to put that against the seam of the pants. That's why I decided to use pants for this, because they have very rigid seams that will fit comfortably over your nose and mouth and fold easily. Now after I fold the piece of cloth over it, I'm going to put pins at the end, each end of the foil, and right in the middle, two right in the middle on either side of my nose. So if you're thinking about it, it's going to be right where the slope of your nose is on each end is where the pins are going to be. Now you're going to want to make sure you put them carefully and comfortably, and you put the actual pin part on the inside so you can't really see anything on the outside. Now if you put it carefully, it's not going to poke you, but again, parent supervision, if you're not sure if you can use pins, is always recommended. As well, make sure you're very careful, because if you don't want to sew, this is going to be the only thing holding your mask together are these pins. So make sure you're putting it in there carefully if you're just going to be using pins and not going to be sewing this. You see right there? You can't see anything besides little silver bits of the pins. And you could actually color those black or blue so they don't show as much. And actually, if you use permanent marker, it'll look really nice because it'll be almost like a tint blue silver, and it'll be really pretty. As you see, I'm still working on cutting this mask to fit better to my face because I just put it against my face and it was just a little too big. Next, get some stretchy fabric. This is an old pair of leggings and they're very soft and very stretchy. So I would recommend old pair of leggings that don't fit or that are stained, that no one wears anymore. Any color or fabric would do, because this is going to be for the air portion. So if you've ever worn an air mask and the air portion that you loop around your ears, if you ever notice they're very uncomfortable, it's just because they're not soft. So I'd say for this, it's a soft material that's stretchy. So once you put them over your ears, it doesn't feel like you're cutting into the soft flesh right there, or you're cutting into your face. That's why I chose leggings to cut the material out. You see, they're nice, stretchy, and soft. So imagine that on your face, and it's not going to hurt as much. Now you're going to fan out your mask. What I mean by that is fold it one way, then fold it the other, fold it one way, then fold it the other, until it looks like a Chinese fan. And if you see right there, it's the same shape as a Chinese fan, and I'm putting the material right there of the leggings, and that's going to be where you loop it around your ear right there. And I'm going to get a pin, and I'm going to make sure it's pinned all the way through all the fabric from one end to the other, and make sure that the actual pin part is on the inside of the mask so it doesn't show on the outside. And do the same to the other one. Fan it, fan it, and then put the ends of the leggings right there, and then pin it again. Again, this is going to go right over your ears, so make sure it's nice and comfortable and make sure it's pinned properly. So, because you'll want to fall and see, if you want, you could just wear it like that. There's your face mask, nice and easy. You'll wear that out until your own face mask comes. You could adjust it if it doesn't fit comfortably, and you could always, like, as I'm about to do, see, it fits nice, it doesn't hurt around the ears. And like I said, what I'm about to do, I'm about to sew it. So if you don't have sewing materials, for this you're gonna need thread. I use blue thread because the material is blue, and I use a needle. So that's all you'll need for the sewing part of it. I do recommend highly that you get a parent for this, not because it's very dangerous, though I did poke myself a little bit here and there, but because it's a little bit more difficult. Now, if you don't know how to sew, you could have your parents do it, but even if you don't know how to sew, I'd say, this would be a good time to practice. I'd say the first time I did this mask, and I've made about 5 so far, it only took me about 10 minutes to sew the entire mask. So I'd say for a beginner, because I'm not even that good, but I sewed enough. But for a beginner, it'd probably take 30 minutes to sew it. And if you're looking at this, I am sewing around the seam where the metal is. So you saw where we put all the pins around the piece of metal. As you start sewing, take out those pins because you don't want the pins to get stuck into your thread. And then just sew around the piece of metal you put in there, so it could stay in place. So once you start like adjusting it and moving it around your nose and your face, the piece of metal or foil paper doesn't fall out. So we're just sewing all around very carefully. And like I said, if you're a beginner, if you've never sewed before, this would be a great experience to start learning how to sew, because it's very small, it's only about, I'd say, like 6 inches. So it's not a lot to sew, and it's only going in one direction. So I do like I did it twice just to secure it, and I would recommend that as well. But for the most part, there's no wrong way to do this as long as you have the actual piece of foil paper in place and it doesn't move. And I'd say you're golden. Take out all the foil paper, take out all the pins once you're sure that the foil paper won't fall out, and just keep sewing it to make sure it's secure. So this is going to take a while, so make sure, oh, that's my cat, that's Bluebell, she wants to be in the video. Yeah, it's Bluebell. So as you're doing this, it might take a while, and that's fine. I recommend having some music playing, maybe watch a TV show, something to occupy your time. It's not something you have to pay a lot of attention to, just enough attention to make sure you're doing it right. But it's something to do when you just have a lot of time on your hands, which a lot of us do right now. And I hope everyone is spending their time doing something that they enjoy doing. I know CPS started back up this Monday. I hope everyone's excited to be back in the classroom, at least virtually, with their teachers, getting lots of homework, talking with other students that you usually don't talk to. So I know you guys are starting to get busy again. I know you guys are waking up super early at 10 o'clock to start doing homework and starting classes. So I know you guys are actually now have some homework to do or some classwork to do. So you might not have time to do this. But on weekends when you can't go out, or after you're done with class and you're done with your homework, making a face mask for yourself or maybe someone in your family who's compromised, that'd be nice. Because it is something besides just being an art project that is good for yourself, good for your family, and good for your community. Now, just so you guys know, when you wear these type of face masks, they're not protecting you from getting COVID-19 or getting any type of virus. When you wear a mask like this, it's pretty much protecting other people from getting sick from you. And that's really important because there might be someone in your house who's sick, so if you're wearing this, it could help keep them safe. If you're going out, it could keep other people from getting sick. And if everyone's following the rules, everyone else should also be wearing masks. You know, it's a very scary time, but I feel like as long as everyone is following the rules that are kind of set out for us, washing our hands, using hand sanitizer, taking off our shoes right when we come to the house because things can be tracked in through our shoes, wearing masks and gloves, keeping a social distance about 6 feet, making sure we're not touching things that are in stores, even though I know it's something that we all do all the time. We just pick something up, look at it, then put it back down. I'd say try not to touch things at the stores or outside because you don't know who's been near them, if someone's coughed on them. So just to be more safe, make sure you're only picking up things that you know you're going to buy or that you know are safe. Because if not, then I'd say don't touch it. Like, you know, if you're at a store and you're going down the aisles, like, don't pick up every single thing. Only pick up the thing that you know that you're going to get. Because these are all going to be important things to keep you healthy and keep your family healthy and keep others healthy. I know I just went on a long spiel, even though we're just making a face mask today. I feel like this is part of making a face mask, knowing that we're all staying healthy and we're doing the best we can for each other. Okay, so I think I'm about done here with the sewing. Yep, I am making a knot and then I am cutting. You see, it's a nice stitch that's going all around. Now the next part, I am going to sew the ends. Now I put little lines right there with a white color pencil. Now that area is just showing you where my cheek is. That should be the middle of the cheek. So I want to sew right there because all of the other blue fabric you're going to actually cut off. Because like the actual face mask doesn't have to go farther than the middle of your cheek. And if you saw, I went round and round and round with the thread. That's because for this, you're going to want to sew it, but it's more about just getting all that fabric nice and caught up, like almost you're kind of joining it together like a bouquet of flowers almost. You just want the fabric to like knot up right there so it's nice and tight. So I'm like taking the thread and just flipping it round and round and round until it's nice and tight, and then like I'm like sewing it in between to make sure that it's all sewn together. But mostly this is just so you could like tie it off right there. And if you see, there you go. Both ends are tied off. And now I'm gonna tie a knot right there. And you could do this if you want to shorten the mask if it's hanging a little bit. And you could also do it to make sure it's nice and secure. And if you see, it's just a little plain. There's a few loose threads at the ending. You can just cut those off, that's fine. Like I said, it's very plain and it can use some decorations. So I actually had my niece decorate it. Let's see, she made a donut, which is really cute. Because the morning I made this video, she asked me to order donuts. And I'm like, yeah, I'll order donuts. I completely forgot to order the donuts because I was busy filming the video. And she's like, Tasha, did you order the donuts? And I'm like, I'll order them right now. Can you draw on this mask? And she decided to draw donuts on it to remind me to order the donuts. But this is going to be the mask that I wear now. It's going to have donuts on it. Now for this, you could use 3 types of markers because silver, bronze, and gold show really well. So I recommend those 3 colors to use on dark colored masks. If you have a light colored mask, use a light material for your face mask. Use any color. The sky's the limit. and you can decorate it however you want. I would recommend if you're using Sharpies to wait a while before putting on the mask because Sharpies, when you first color with them, have a strong smell, but the smell does go away after a while. So I do recommend not putting it on your face right away. Wait for the smell to go away. So she made 2 donuts and then she picked on the bottom, yum. And there you go. Thank you guys. Have a great week.